felt the suffocating silence, you've felt the explosive screams, and you felt the confusion when they suddenly crawl back. But why do they do it? Today we are putting the pieces together. I'm going to show you the complete hidden script of the narcissist so you can finally see the game for what it is and stop playing it. This is the ultimate map of their manipulation.
He treated her like a queen, but it was all a part of a deadly trap. Here's how a narcissist hunts. Step 1. Love bombing. 100 texts a day, constant flowers and dreams about the future. It's not love, it's addiction. Once you're hooked, the mirroring starts. He becomes exactly who you wanted him to be, your twin soul, your perfect match. But then, the devaluation. Suddenly everything you do is wrong. He's cold, he's gone, and you're left begging for the person he never really was. Have you ever felt this? Share your story in the comments. Don't let the trap close. Subscribe for more files.
The fairy tale never lasts. Once they know you're hooked, the warmth disappears, the sun goes down, and the deep freeze begins. The silent treatment isn't a break from the fight. It's a psychological erasure of your existence. When a narcissist goes cold, they aren't just thinking. They are testing your breaking point, forcing your brain to process social rejection like physical pain. But here's where they win. You start apologizing for things you never did just to end the tension. This isn't peace, it's total submission. They've trained you to beg for your own ghost. If they can't use their words, they'll use your own mind against you. Silence is a message. Decode it and leave. Subscribe to break the cycle. But if silence doesn't break your spirit, they switch to fire. They will poke and prod your wounds until you finally explode, just so they can call you the monster. He pushed your buttons for 3 hours. He ignored your boundaries, mocked your pain, and stayed perfectly calm while doing it. But the second you finally snapped and screamed, he pulled out his phone to record you. This is reactive abuse. It's a calculated trap designed to make the victim look like the villain. He doesn't want a resolution. He wants evidence to show the world that you are the unstable one. This is how they gaslight your entire social circle. They break you in private, then shame you in public. If you've ever felt like you're losing your mind because someone pushed you to the edge, listen closely. Your reaction isn't the problem. Their provocation is. Have you ever been framed as the crazy one after being pushed too far? Tell your story in the comments. Let's set the record straight. After the explosion, they vanish, leaving you in the wreckage. But don't be fooled. The moment you start to heal, they'll feel their grip slipping, and that's when they come back to suck you back in. They ignored you for weeks. Now they're texting you like nothing ever happened. This isn't love. It's a hoover. In psychology, hoovering is a manipulation tactic used to suck you back in just as you're starting to heal. They send a random, low-effort text, like, I saw this and thought of you, or I had a dream about us. But here's the trap. They don't actually want you back. They just want to see if they still own you. If you respond, you prove their silence worked. You validate the abuse and give them back the remote control to your emotions. The most powerful thing you can do right now? Become a gray rock, no emotion, no explanation. Just silence. Because the only way to win a rigged game is to stop playing. Did they try to crawl back after the silence? What was their excuse text? Tell your story in the comments. Let's expose their script together. So how do you stop the cycle? How do you protect your heart from the professional hunter? You stop giving them the one thing they crave, your reflection. My wife didn't speak to me for 30 days to teach me a lesson. She didn't realize I'm even better at this game. It started over a tiny argument. She went into a silent boycott, convinced I'd crawl back, begging for forgiveness. In psychology, this is called stonewalling, a form of emotional abuse. Usually the victim panics. But I did the opposite. I stopped chasing, I started working out, I focused on my business, and quietly, I called a lawyer. On day 31, she finally spoke, expecting tears. Instead, she found a man who realized he was happier without her. When a manipulator loses power over you, they lose their mind. What's the longest silent treatment you've ever endured? Drop the number of days in the comments. Subscribe if you're choosing your boundaries. You aren't crazy and you aren't alone. You were just playing a game where the rules were rigged against you. Now you have the map. It's time to walk away.